Let me introduce you to something that I like to call the first earnings paradox. This isn't necessarily just about first earnings, but mostly when a player finally achieves a massive goal they've been eyeing up for a long time, like getting your first earnings, and then for some reason seem to lose their momentum and see no more progress. Why does this happen? Well, to explain it better, imagine this scenario for me. Let's call this guy Bob. Bob's been playing Fortnite competitive for almost 1.5 years now. First, he slowly climbed the skill ladder until he was finally at the point where he was qualifying for almost every single Solo Cash Cup final, leading him on to the pursuit of winning one of those finals games and making his first earnings, which from the very start of his competitive Fortnite journey has been his main goal. So for his whole career in pursuit of that goal, he's kept himself super disciplined, following a good routine every day regardless of how he feels. He's turned down heaps of distractions in his life, and every day has constantly been trying to figure out every single possible way to help him improve just a tad faster here and there. He does this all the way until suddenly one day he wins one of those Solo Cash Cup final games and secures his first $100 of earnings. Wow, Bob thinks to himself, I actually made it. All that hard work I've been putting in for over a year has finally paid off. Anyways, now let's actually fast forward 4 months and see what Bob's up to, because surely he's achieving something much greater now. Oh what? That's weird. Yeah, Bob's still making almost every single Solo Cash Cup finals lobby and made earnings once more, but everything seems to be the same and he's made no extra progress. Well, I know why. After Bob made his first earnings, achieving his main goal in his whole Fortnite career, he became complacent and lost all his momentum. He started taking his time getting on his PC each day, playing more troll 1v1s with his friends than usual, stopping scrims early to go watch YouTube, and so on, ultimately leading to the end of that crazy momentum he actually had during the pursuit of his first earnings. This may sound so weird to you, like why would Bob even do that? I would never do that, that makes no sense. But once you actually achieve the goals you have right now, you will struggle and understand what I mean. So luckily for you, there's 2 things you can do to prevent this from happening. The first thing is to set small goals as well as long-term big goals. As in, yes, set some small goals that are achievable in a relatively small amount of time, like getting over 1000 PR or your first earnings, etc. But then also set your long-term big goals that actually matter, like actually going pro in this game, or more specifically top 5ing in the FNCS Grand Finals, for example. This helps because you will still be motivated to achieve that small goal right in front of you, which keeps you moving. But once you actually achieve that small goal, you will still be humbled by that big long-term goal you have, and that will keep you on the path of discipline. Now the second thing is simple, but it really helped me when it came to Fortnite competitive and YouTube too. That when I do achieve something great and I notice myself starting to slack off, I remember this quote: never disrespect momentum. A state of momentum in terms of improvement and constantly seeing more and more success every single week is so hard to come by. So the worst thing to do when you have it is disrespect it and start slacking off. Like, no bro, remember all those things you had to do to get to this point, like long nights, disciplined training, distractions you had to reject, and so on? You need to keep that same energy to keep riding this momentum, otherwise you will fall off. The biggest part of this mentality I found to be was the humbleness aspect of it. When you achieve a goal of yours, you can start to become over cocky and overconfident to the point that it leads to you slacking off. But if you humble yourself, remembering that the only reason you got to this point was because of all that discipline you previously did, you'll continue with that same energy and discipline, knowing that its continuity is a must for any extra future progress. You made it through this whole video, so there's something I'm sure you'd be interested in, bro. My free email newsletter where I post heaps of unique advice and tips and tricks you don't see in my YouTube videos, so join for free using the link in the description of this video.